There comes a moment in every life when the weight of who you are collides with the ghost of who you could be. It doesn't happen in public. It doesn't happen in front of applause. It happens in silence, late at night, when no one is watching, when the mask slips and the truth claws its way out. You feel it. That quiet shame when you realize you've been sleepwalking through your days. That sick awareness that your excuses are piling higher than your achievements. That gnawing voice whispering, you are wasting your potential. This is not depression. This is not weakness. This is awakening. The moment when comfort becomes unbearable. The moment when mediocrity feels like death. The moment when you can no longer numb yourself with distractions because your soul is screaming, wake up. Awakening is violent. It shatters the illusions you've clung to. It drags you into confrontation with yourself. It demands blood, your comfort, your laziness, your addictions. And yet, this is the greatest gift you will ever receive. Because only those who awaken can truly begin the journey. And only those who embrace discipline can carry it to the end. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine waking up tomorrow in absolute silence. No phone buzzing. No notifications. No music filling the empty space. Just you, alone, with the raw weight of your thoughts. At first, it feels unsettling. But soon, the silence grows heavy, and you begin to hear what you've been running from. The voice inside you. The one that remembers the promises you've broken. The one that knows how many times you said tomorrow but meant never. You see flashes of your life. The mornings you hit snooze, the workouts you skipped, the projects you abandoned halfway. You feel the sting of every excuse whispered in the dark. I'll start next week. I'll do better when I'm ready. I'll try again when I feel motivated. And then the mirror appears. Not a physical one, but the first true mirror of awakening, self-awareness. It doesn't flatter. It doesn't filter. It doesn't lie. It shows you, not who the world thinks you are, but who you truly are when the masks fall away. For the first time, you realize that the greatest stranger in your life is not another person, it is you. You've lived with yourself for years, and yet you barely know the real you. You've drowned him in distractions. You've hidden her beneath layers of performance. You've silenced their voice with comfort. But now, in this mirror, the truth emerges. You see the weakness you've coddled. You see the potential you've neglected. You see the person you could have become by now, standing tall, disciplined, unshakable, while you remained asleep. And that realization cuts deep. Because you know the truth, the distance between who you are and who you could be is not measured in years. It is measured in discipline. Self-awareness is the wound. Discipline is the healing. One without the other is useless. To awaken is to admit the betrayal of self. To discipline is to swear it ends today. This first mirror is terrifying, but it is sacred. Because until you face yourself fully, nothing can change. No habit will last. No goal will be reached. No transformation will hold. Your awakening begins the moment you stop lying to yourself. And in that brutal honesty, the journey is born. You have an enemy. And the cruelest part is this, it looks like you. Not the you that dreams big, not the you that hungers for greatness, but the you that loves comfort. The you that hides behind excuses. The you that trades long-term destiny for short-term pleasure. This enemy whispers constantly. Stay in bed. Relax, you deserve it. One more scroll, one more bite, one more delay. And every time you listen, it wins. This enemy thrives in shadows. It lives in your moods, your cravings, your distractions. It convinces you that procrastination is harmless, that weakness is temporary, that discipline can always start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. And the more you surrender, the more it takes. This is why most never awaken. They fight external battles, against the world, against critics, against circumstance, while ignoring the war raging inside their own chest. When you awaken, you finally see the truth. No government, no boss, no critic has ever chained you as tightly as your own impulses. The greatest tyrant you will ever face is your weaker self. And so, discipline becomes your sword. Each small act, rising from bed at dawn, saying no to temptation, pushing through discomfort, strikes a blow against that inner enemy. You won't kill it in one battle. You will fight it daily. But every act of discipline tips the war in your favor. the enemy within will always whisper. But as discipline grows, its voice fades into nothing more than background noise. Self-awareness without responsibility is powerless. You can know your weaknesses, name your flaws, see your failures, yet still remain unchanged. Why? Because knowledge without ownership is just self-pity. Responsibility is the shift from why me to it's on me. And that shift transforms everything. Think about it. Your body is your responsibility. No one can exercise or eat clean for you. Your habits are your responsibility. No one can force you to stop procrastinating. Your future is your responsibility. No one owes you success. We live in a world trained to blame parents, society, the economy, circumstances. And yes, the world is unfair. But so what? If you wait for fairness, you will wait forever. The moment you awaken, you feel the weight of responsibility pressing on your shoulders. It's heavy, because it means you have no excuses left. But paradoxically, it's also freeing. Because if your downfall is yours, then so is your rise. Responsibility transforms pain into power. Instead of saying, "I am broken because of what happened to me," you begin to say, "I will rise precisely because of what happened to me." Discipline, then, is not just about habits. It is the daily acceptance of responsibility. The choice to carry the weight of your life on your own back and march forward regardless. And every step under that weight makes you stronger. Most people think discipline is prison. But once you live it, you realize it is fire. Fire burns away what is weak. Fire purifies. Fire transforms. And that is what discipline does inside you. At first, it feels like suffering. Waking early hurts. Exercising when tired feels unbearable. Saying no to temptations feels like deprivation. Your body screams, your mind rebels, your weaker self begs for mercy. But slowly, something shifts. Each act of discipline lights a spark. And those sparks grow into flame. You start trusting yourself. You walk taller. Your words carry weight because you know you've earned them. The fire doesn't just shape your habits, it shapes your identity. You stop identifying as a victim of circumstance and begin to see yourself as a creator of reality. And here's the beauty, discipline is contagious. The fire spreads. When you conquer one area, your health, your work, your focus, it spills into others. You begin demanding excellence everywhere. Without discipline, you stay cold, dull, passive. With discipline, you burn, alive, sharp, unstoppable. That fire is not meant to be comfortable. It is meant to keep you alive. Because the moment you let it die, the enemy within returns. Awakening requires destruction. Before you can build the disciplined self, you must tear down the lies that kept you weak. What are those lies? I'll start tomorrow. I need to be motivated first. I'll change when the time is right. It's not my fault, I had no choice. These illusions are soft cages. They feel comfortable, but they keep you trapped. And the worst part? You built them yourself. Awakening collapses these illusions. You realize, tomorrow is a myth, it never arrives. Motivation is unreliable, you cannot wait for it. The perfect time will never come, the only time is now. And excuses are just weapons you use against your own potential. At first, the collapse is painful. You feel naked without your illusions. But soon you feel lighter. Because illusions, like chains, weigh you down. And once they break, you are free, not in the sense of comfort, but in the sense of clarity. The truth is harsh but liberating. You are exactly where your choices have brought you. And you will only move forward when your discipline becomes stronger than your excuses. Every awakening demands a vow. Not to the world, not to your friends, not even to your family, but to yourself. You must swear an oath. And that oath is simple. I will no longer betray myself. Because betrayal is not just lying to others, it is lying to yourself. It is saying you will wake up early, then sleeping in. It is promising yourself a new habit, then quitting after a week. It is setting goals and abandoning them the moment discomfort appears. Each betrayal erodes trust with yourself. Until one day, you don't even believe your own words. And what is a person worth, if they cannot trust themselves? The oath reverses this. It is not about perfection. It is about integrity. From this moment, when you say I will, you act. When you promise, you follow through. When you commit, you endure. And with each fulfilled promise, you rebuild trust. You look in the mirror and respect who you see. That respect is the seed of power. This oath is the foundation of discipline. And discipline is the foundation of freedom. Your awakening does not end with awareness. It begins with an oath, an unbreakable covenant with yourself that no excuse, no temptation, no weakness can shatter. Because the journey ahead is long, and only those who keep their oath can walk it to the end. You have walked through the first phase of the journey. You have faced the mirror and seen the stranger within. You have named the enemy that whispers in your own voice. You have shouldered the weight of responsibility that no one else can carry for you. You have ignited the fire of discipline that burns weakness into strength. You have shattered the illusions that kept you asleep. And you have sworn the oath, the vow to never betray yourself again. This is not a casual awakening. This is not a motivational speech. This is war. A war against the life you settled for. A war against the excuses that poisoned your potential. A war against the weaker version of you that would rather die comfortable than live disciplined. The path ahead will not be easy. You will bleed. You will stumble. You will be tempted 1,000 times to turn back. But you will remember this moment, the moment you awoke. The moment you chose not comfort, but clarity. Not weakness, but strength. Not betrayal, but discipline. And understand this, most people will never make it past phase 1. They will live asleep. They will die asleep. They will trade their birthright of greatness for the cheap crumbs of distraction. But not you. Because you have seen too much now. You cannot unknow the truth. You cannot unsee the mirror. You cannot unhear the call. The journey has begun. And from this moment on, every step, every choice, every breath must align with the oath you made. I will no longer betray myself. The world is not waiting for you to be ready. Destiny is not waiting for your motivation to show up. The clock is ticking. The fire is burning. The door has opened. And now, there is only one question left. One question that will define the rest of your life. Will you walk the path? Because if you do, if you stay awake, if you stay disciplined, if you stay true to the oath, then this first phase will not just be the beginning of a journey. It will be the death of the old you, and the birth of the person you were always meant to become. The road belongs to the awakened. And now you are one of them.